Okay, so this is the edit that I started on last week. I only have one cut. You can see over here, I just have a little bit of Kevin to get started. But I not only have a little intro, you've seen this shot. Many of you have used it full frame, and there's a whole whopping lot of cars in the picture. And you can see here somewhat that this is what it looks like here with all the cars. And here's what it looks like at this point. I wonder how that happens. Well, that happens because I've already put a motion in here that actually allows me to zoom in on this higher resolution image. And then in Photoshop, I've made some really severe zoom ins and created images that were maybe 1200% zoomed in. So we start seeing the pixels, we start getting artifacts, but that's kind of part of what I have in mind. So let's take a look at this just to see what's going on. I'm only going to take it up until we get started with Kevin, and then we'll talk about how we actually do motion control of our still images.
When I'm running well, I'm floating, barely touching the earth. I'm doing what I was made.
All right, but we can actually see this transition to lower the audio level of the music. But what we're really interested in here is, well, how did I do that? Now, these were all done in Photoshop. This is just me zooming in on Photoshop and creating something that kind of works our way tighter and tighter into the race participants. Ending on the red shoes here, which kind of ties in with Kevin's red shoes here. All right, so let's just bring this intro video up into our source monitor, and let's take a look at effect controls. All right, what we can see here is the video clip that I brought in. It's the beginning of the run, and it's the wide shot. It's just a JPEG. And if I scroll through here, we can see the actual zoom. Now, where it starts, right here at these keyframes that I've set, I'm actually going to go and start the whole process of resetting these. And what I've done is I've used the little stopwatch here for position and scale, so that I then have a keyframe here at the end and a keyframe at the beginning. So I'm at the beginning keyframe. I can click on this little go to next keyframe arrow, and I can go over here and see this keyframe, or I can click on the left arrow and go back to the initial keyframe, which is right now. Currently, you can see it's underneath a fade in. And I put the fade in after I did the animation, so I could actually see what it was that I was doing. All right, let's close this out. I'm going to open this one here, which is the same thing. It's just before all the manipulation. So you can see that nothing happens in this video. So let me bring that video up here and into effect controls. Now again, you can see the timeline here that's just for this one clip. You may not actually see it like that. You might actually see it like this. It all depends upon how Premiere is set up for you. And if you cannot see when you bring in this clip, I just brought that back up again, and look at effects controls, and you can't see a little mini timeline here, there's this little sort of show hide arrow made out of dots over here. Just click on that, and that opens up the window, and you can actually make it wider if you need more detail by moving this back and forth like that. All depends on what you want to see. So these are the default positions. You can see it's 1920 by 1080. It's just a standard resolution. It's not all that high resolution with lots of sky and trees and stuff in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start zooming in on it, and it's okay in this case that I'm lowering the resolution by zooming in, because indeed I'm going to some of these other shots over here that are even lower resolution than that. I start with, I think, 600% zoomed in all the way up to 1200%. So what I want to do is, I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this fade in so I can actually see what I've got. go back up to my effect controls. There's the entire thing. And I want to take this all the way to the beginning, right there. And I want to set my initial keyframe because I'm going to start right here is where I'm going to zoom in. So I click on the stopwatches. And I'm clicking on both position and scale because I'm going to not only zoom in, but I'm also going to change where I'm zooming into. And then I've got to decide where I want it to end. I could have it end here about, I don't know, halfway through. What I really want to do is I want to end it right here at the end. So I want it ending as the clip ends. So I'm going to now use the little dots to add a keyframe, both for position and for scale. All right, so I get these little diamonds. I've got a little half diamond here as a start, and I've got a little diamond here that shows, it's a little gray on the right-hand side. You can't really see that at this point, but that means, well, I've ended that. All right, so now that I'm at that keyframe, and I'm going to make sure that I am at that keyframe by clicking all the way back to the first one and then doing this. If you're not exactly on the keyframe, you could accidentally add interactively another keyframe. I don't want to do that. So what I want to do is I want to zoom in on this, and that's really basically scale. So I'll just select my overall scale here, and I'll say I want to zoom in maybe that far. That's good enough. It's like 316%. And then I want to actually move down and to the left, and so what I want to do is grab this one, and I'm going to move to the left, get to the beginning of the race, and then I want to move down, which I think is this way. And I'm going to move just a little bit more like that. Okay, so this is my new settings here, and because I am at that keyframe, that's indeed where it's going to end up being because it already has set a keyframe. So if I go back to the beginning, you can see it does this. Now, one of the problems with adding keyframes is that they are linear keyframes. It immediately starts abruptly. I'm going to turn off the music track here so we don't get distracted by it. And let's just play through this. And you can see it's already going when it starts. And it comes to the end. When it comes to the end, it just cuts. Now, that may be just fine. That may be all you need to do. You just want to do a little image that isn't zooming in like I am, but maybe moving across the page. Maybe you've got something that is really wide of Kevin and you want to pan across and show him kind of animated like he's running across. But what we want to do is we want to adjust the keyframes, if we can, to actually give it some kind of interpolation. Now I've right-clicked on this and I'm going to do a Bezier interpolation. And you can see because I've done a Bezier interpolation, the little diamond turns into, I don't know, an inverted diamond. I'm going to do the same thing over here, and it's Bezier. And what does that really look like? I really can't see anything here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on my video. And when I zoom in, I can actually see the keyframes right here. And you can see that it basically is linear. There's no curve here. So what I'm going to do again is control-click on this. I'm going to do, let's say, an ease in like that. And now what I've got is it starts smooth pretty fast and then slows down as it gets to the end. So this now looks like this. And slowing down. Now you can see maybe these little handles here, and so I can adjust the curve if I want. If I like to have a different kind of curve, I can choose where that curve goes. But this allows me to accelerate and decelerate in whatever kind of motion I'm attempting to do. All right, let's turn the music back on and hope that you can hear that. All right, so that's all you really need to do. Yes, you could rotate, but that's kind of a weird thing to do in a short documentary. So you're probably, if you are going to manipulate still images, just working with position and scale, just setting your keyframe, the first one by clicking on the stopwatch, and new ones by clicking on these little keyframe dots right here.